Okay, question number 4. In this question you have to draw two atoms, fluorine and beryllium. So let's get straight into it. Now they've given us some information. They've given us the atomic number and the mass number. So the atomic number tells us the number of protons, and the mass number is the number of protons and neutrons. So there's two ways to do it, and I'll show you each way with the two different atoms. So the first way you can do it is work out the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons for the atom using these two numbers. So hopefully you remember, if you've watched video 1 where we went through the table, the 9, the atomic number, tells me that it has 9 protons, and it tells me it has 9 electrons as well. Alright, the number of neutrons, we take the big number, the mass number, minus the atomic number. And that's because the mass number is the total of protons and neutrons. So these two numbers have to add up to 19. And so the number of neutrons must be 10. Alright, so 19 take away 9, the big number take away the little number, is 10. Or you can look at it like this, these two numbers, 9 plus 10, add up to 19, add up to the mass number. Alright, fantastic. So if we draw them now, the protons go in the middle, so we draw 9 little circles, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we make those ones protons, we put a little plus on them, and sorry, drawing with a mouse is a bit tricky. Alright, so 9 protons, and then we put 10 neutrons as well. So 10, and where they are doesn't really matter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so pretty ugly, and some of mine overlapped there a little bit. I'm sure you guys can do heaps better. Alright, so protons, and we should label these things. So this whole thing here is called the nucleus. The nucleus, and the nucleus, the number of things in the nucleus tells us the mass number, and inside the nucleus we've got some protons, which are the positive bits, protons, and neutrons. Neutrons. Sorry, very difficult to write with a mouse. Okay, alright, and now we're going to do the electrons around the outside. So we've got 9 electrons, and they get organized into shells. So you've got to remember that magic rule of we can fit 2 in the first shell, 8 in the next shell, 8 in the next shell, and then whatever we've got left. So if I look at this 9, the 9 we can actually split it up into 2 in the first shell, and 7 in the next shell. And if you look at that, you should realize this adds up to 9 in total. We fit 2 in the first shell, and we start to fill up the second shell, but we've only got 7 left, so this is 9 total. So I put 1 here, and I put another ring, right, and this ring has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, I should have put another one there, 6, and 7. So 7 in that outer shell. Alright, beryllium, if we draw that, okay, so beryllium, atomic number 4, so I'm going to do it a slightly different way this time, and mass number 9. So the mass number actually tells me how many things are in the nucleus. So I know there's 9 things in the nucleus, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know there's 9 things in the nucleus, and I know 4 of them, the atomic number, are protons. 4 of them are protons. Okay, so the nucleus here, I've actually drawn 9 circles and made 4 of them protons. That's the other way of doing it. Otherwise, we could have looked at it and we could have worked it out protons are 4, the atomic number. Electrons are 4, the atomic number as well. And the number of neutrons would be 9 take away 4 is 5. And we can double check that because the 5 neutrons and 4 protons, those two together here, the 4 protons and 5 neutrons should add up to 9, and they do. Okay, alright, so now the electrons, I've got 4 electrons, so they're going to go 2 in the first shell, and then I've got to think about, I can only fit 2 in the first shell, how many have I got left over? Another 2, so the next 2 are just going to go into the next shell. And there's our 4. Now this shell can hold 8, but we've only got 4 electrons anyway, so we've only got 2 more to put into shells anyway. So I should label it again, electrons on the outside, protons, the positive ones, the ones with a plus on them. We can put little minus signs, there's probably little minus signs on all the electrons. And we can label, so these electrons, these ones protons, the ones with a little plus, neutrons, the ones without anything, and the whole thing in the middle, we'd label that the nucleus. So there you go, that's how you draw the atoms. And we're going to scroll down now and have a look at, we'll get into question 5 in the next little video. So that's how you draw the atoms.